Okay guys, so we are back for another round of beginning, middle, end. We are going to read the last chapter in the book called Frog and Toad Are Friends, and then we are going to spend some time summarizing that book or putting the events in order and separating the events into beginning, middle, and end, okay? After we finish Frog and Toad Are Friends, we are going to move on to another little short chapter book that we can practice summarizing with. Let's get started with this last chapter. A swim. Toad and Frog went down to the river. "What a day for a swim," said Frog. "Yes," said Toad. "I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit." "I don't wear a bathing suit," said Frog. "Well, I do," said Toad. "After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get in the water." "Why not?" asked Frog. "Because I look funny in my bathing suit. That is why," said Toad. Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. "Don't peek," he said. Frog and Toad jumped into the water. They swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes. Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. A turtle came along the river bank. "Frog, tell that turtle to go away," said Toad. "I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit when I come out of the river." Frog swam over to the turtle. "Turtle," said Frog, you will have to go away." "Why should I?" asked the turtle. "Because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him," said Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. "Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit?" they asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. "If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit," said the snake, "then I, for one, want to see him." "We want to see him too," said two dragonflies. "Me too," said a field mouse. "I have not seen anything funny in a long time." Frog swam back to Toad. "I am sorry, Toad," he said. "Everyone wants to see how you will look." "Then I will stay right here until they go away," said Toad. The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the river bank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. "Please," cried Frog, "please go away." But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. He was beginning to shiver and sneeze. "I will have to come out of the water," said Toad. "I am catching a cold." Toad climbed out of the river. The water dripped out of his bathing suit and down onto his feet. The turtle laughed, the lizards laughed, the snake laughed, the field mouse laughed, and Frog laughed. "What are you laughing at, Frog?" said Toad. "I am laughing at you, Toad," said Frog, "because you do look funny in your bathing suit." "Of course I do," said Toad. Then he picked up his clothes and went home. And hey, I guess there is another chapter in this story, so we get to do another one on Monday. Yay! All right, now that we've read this chapter, we're going to go back and review the pictures so that we can figure out the events that happened in the story. All right, now we're going to go back to our template that we're using. This one says, Frog and Toad are friends. Chapter 4, A Swim. Beginning, middle, end. Okay? So now we're going to put two events that occurred in the beginning. So, remember in the beginning, Frog and Toad went for a swim. And what happened after Toad told Frog that he didn't want him to look at him, right? So, Toad told Frog not to look at him in his bathing suit. So, in the beginning, Frog and Toad went for a swim, and Toad told Frog not to look at him in his bathing suit. In the middle, all of the animals came to the river and waited to see Toad in his bathing suit. And then Toad tried to stay in the water until the animals left. And in the end, Toad had to get out because he was getting cold. All the animals laughed at Toad because he looked silly in his bathing suit. So in the beginning of this chapter, Frog and Toad went for a swim. And Toad told Frog not to look at him in his bathing suit. In the middle, all of the animals came to the river and waited to see Toad in his bathing suit. Toad tried to stay in the water until the animals left. In the end, Toad had to get out because he was getting cold. All the animals laughed at Toad because he looked silly in his bathing suit. Now, guys, use this as your answer key. I'm going to put it in Google Classroom for you so that you can check your work when you're done. In the middle, feel free to list the animals that came to the river to look at Toad in his bathing suit in order. So that is a really important part of sequencing, right? So think about which animals came to the river, right? First we had the turtle, and last we had the mouse. But there were lots of animals in between that you could list, okay? Of course, I want you to practice putting all the events into sentences. In the beginning, tell me what happened. In the middle, tell me what happened. And in the end, tell me what happened. Good luck with your summarizing.